All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's watch Keanu Reeves do something crazy.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up to what it stays. City of dreams, city of...
Welcome to Night City Wire, Episode 4, the show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077. We're going to start today's episode by giving you a look at just some of the vehicles you might procure during your time in Night City, and having a chat to senior vehicle artist Paul, who's going to give us a little bit more information before we take you behind the scenes and a look at the lengths the teams have gone to bring vehicles to life. We're also going to have news on an exciting collaboration. Then we're going to be talking about fashion and styles in Night City before we recap the incredibly talented finalists in our Cyberpunk cosplay contest. We'll then wrap up today's episode with some news about Stadia. There is
Stadia,
a lot to talk about.
That's a good one.
So, let's get started.
In a huge open world like Night City, you need a chill ride to get around fast.
That's a cool bike.
And in Cyberpunk 2077, there are tons of cool vehicles to choose from.
Get this. 4-liter engine, 6-cylinder. Goes from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. You fucking believe that?
Man, those streets are shiny.
We've crafted every car and motorbike with amazing attention to detail. On the chassis, the body, not to mention the interiors. You can expect every one not only to look unique, but to deliver a unique driving experience.
All right, show me what you got.
Don't expect advanced tech or luxurious materials here. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's not the size that counts, I guess.
This class is mostly utility vehicles and low-end clunkers made for every pocket.
Hold on. It's a wreck.
My damn wreck.
Well, definitely no guy or girl magnet.
That police car
If
looks
you
like
need to
something out
impress,
of
look to this class alone.
Judge Dredd or something. I don't know.
I'm putting my ride on the line. Either you match it in cash, or you can forget about the fight.
With these wheels, no expense has been spared, no frill ignored. Their plush interiors decked out in all the latest tech, while you get to sit back and enjoy the ride. Masterful engineering and practical design. Trucks and tanks
want a
for
dump
when
truck.
you need power and brute force.
My ride.
Hell of a machine.
Meet Beast, my pride and joy.
And these monsters are literally unstoppable. These are for chooms who love the smell of exhaust and the roar of street wildlife. Their powerful engines and exchangeable parts make them perfect for tuning.
Come on! I want to smell that choo-choo burn!
Whether it's street racing, running from the NCPD, or just showing off in the streets, with these high-powered beasts, you will have only respect.
Oh yeah, like that!
If you need speed and armor, the Hypercar
Oh, wow.
class is for you. It means precise bodywork, built-in LiDAR arrays, and really expensive materials.
Imagine you're sitting on a pile of eddies. Probably less than 1,000 people in the world can afford the erendite.
Not your typical urban vehicle.
They will take you places you never dreamed you'd go. Oh,
like something out
and
of Blade
original
Runner.
vehicles are not all you'll find in 2077. We also found room on our roster for some true automotive icons.
Floor it, V.
Paul, thank you so much for joining us. I think it's fair to say we've come a really long way from Roach in The Witcher, so there's a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Wait, does this game have horses?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, let's start with the various classes of different cars, because in the video we saw there were things like economy and luxury vehicles. but can you tell us a bit more about their kind of design philosophy? What does each kind of class offer when people are driving them around Night City?
Absolutely. Depending on the variation of the car that you're either buying or stealing, depending on your flavor, yeah, you'll notice that they don't just look different, but they'll also drive different and feel different. If you're buying or stealing a nice fancy looking sports color version of a car, you'll notice that it drives, you know, faster, sounds a little bit more punchy and sporty than, for example, a junkier version of that same car. You know, it can have solar panels tied to the roof or some other pipes that are hot wiring some other, you know, cyberpunk components in your car. And well, you know, if it looks cheap, it probably drives cheap too.
So it seems that not only do the cars look good on the outside, but there's an awful lot of detail on the inside as well. Things like the dashboard. So can you tell us more about that? Because I know if you find a Quadra Type 66 in the city, it's going to look totally different from the Quadra Type 66 that the gangs are driving out in the Badlands, both outside and inside.
Yep, definitely. If you're about to steal a very nice high-end car, for example, when you get in, you'll see the dashboard light up nicely. You'll see your dial indicators revving a little bit. But that may not exist for a junk version at all. It may have the dashboard ripped out completely. No matter what your flavor is, you'll find something that suits your needs.
So what about racing then? Will there be racing? Because I know people have been asking.
Yes, we're absolutely going to have several races in the game.
There we
Different
go.
locations, if you know you're going to be driving in the Badlands. Maybe bring a Nomad car, because it's just built to driving in the Badlands. But if you know you're going to be racing in Night City, just bring the hottest wheels you've got, because you're going to need all the power you can get. No matter where you're racing though, you need to bring a gun, because this is Night City and you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, so you talk about bringing cars then. Let's talk about like storing and calling cars, because we know people can steal them. But what if somebody's found a car and they absolutely love this particular one? Is there a way for players to kind of build that collection? And then how do they actually, you know, summon them?
Well, summoning cars works pretty much the same as you would summon Roach in The Witcher 3. Your transportation may or may not show up on a roof somewhere, but you know, we're still working on fixing some bugs here and there. But yeah, if there's a car that you really, really like very much, if you can't wait to own a Quadra or a Type 66, you'll get a message from your fixer and says, hey, I've got a Quadra for sale for you, you want to buy it? All you have to do is drive over, pay the money, and you've got your very own Quadra. Not to mention that every single vehicle that you buy, every single player vehicle, is absolutely unique in every way. It's got a unique interior, unique exterior, paint job. You know, it'll sound different, but it'll also handle different.
So in the video, we did mention there was space for a true automotive icon. Do you want to reveal what that actually is?
Of course. The car in question here is Johnny Silverhand's car. And Johnny Silverhand is, well, he's a big rocker boy, and he needs some wheels to match. So we gave him a 911 Porsche from 1977, which means in 2077, Johnny's car is going to be exactly 100 years old.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for your time today. Personally,
that's not where I thought they were going with that.
Balance being a super cool badass mercenary and driving a Mai-Mai, because I love that little car. I think I could do it, right? I could be cool
a Mai-Mai?
and in a Mai-Mai.
Definitely. Mai-Mai is absolutely cool as long as you stay on the road and not on the sidewalk.
I'll try my very best. We'll see. In past episodes, we've said that music plays a huge part in bringing Night City to life, but it's not just music. Our teams went to incredible lengths to recreate and capture the sounds that really bring these vehicles to life. I mean, they might have had some fun driving them, but I'm pretty sure that's just a perk of the job.
I'm always fascinated with sound design. I think being a sound engineer would be a lot of fun. Like, how do you make sounds? How do you capture them?
We started with the visuals, and then we wanted to like attach a proper sound to the visuals so that you have like a nice feeling or the nice vibe of the complete car. And then we moved on to organizing the whole thing. Early on,
he's not driving on the road. You see that, chat?
We were going to record on the racetracks, and then we were going to record cars in movement. We started cooperation with Tomek Choki, who is like very, very well-known racing driver in Poland. That's really a nice sensation when you're driving with a racing driver and then he pushes the car to the limits. Like you can feel the G's with the braking and tight cornering, and you can feel the car actually like bending.
You're supposed to be zigzagging there.
We wanted to record a broad spectrum of cars, so we started with the powerful muscle cars, and then we went to more screamy
see, the police are there.
And then
They're
we
gonna get
went
arrested.
to V10s. We
They didn't drive on the
cars.
road.
We of course grabbed some drift cars just to have the more aggressive character in the cars.
Is that a helicopter?
We had to assemble a sound group or a sound team that would make the placing of the mics process very, very fast because we had plenty of cars to do in a short time span.
We had the team of mechanics from a rally team, and they helped us immensely. What they've done is allowed us to put the microphones into places that we wouldn't be able to access differently. Putting a mic right into the car, they helped us to locate the places that are
Can I take off this
Usually
safety
placed
plate?
3 microphones in
All right,
the engine
cool,
bay,
thanks.
3 microphones in the exhaust, and 2 microphones in the car. Cars are very, very complex in terms of sound, and it's very difficult to get all the necessary components that you have to make it sound believable.
But we were trying to look for
Look
something
at that, chat. They're
that
putting
would give
duct
us the
tape on that
character of the
car.
engine.
You're gonna have to scrub off the sticky marks.
We wanted to use normal organic electric engine that you could actually have in the nowadays car.
We didn't want the engines to be futuristic sci-fi-ish sounding. We want them much more organic, much more down to earth, something that would represent the combustion engine. And on top of that, we added small elements like the futuristic horns or like a futuristic UI of a car. It makes you feel like you are in a car of the future, and some car might talk to you, other car might have blips and bobs that will make you feel like you're in a futuristic
It's got an
vehicle.
R2 unit in it, all right?
We wanted to be very, very close to what Mike set up in the lore. And early on, we decided to record Johnny's original car, which is the Porsche 911 930 from 1977.
We recorded on dyno in control environment in a chamber. We could put Mike in very different places. Porsche 930 that we recorded is the only car really that will be really sounding like the real car in the real world.
That's because all the other ones are made up. They had to do the
We
window
recorded more than
notice.
40 vehicles.
Not often do we record so many vehicles for a game that is not really a racing game.
Truth being told, this was the hardest part in my sound career, and I'm very, very proud of what we achieved with the sound team. This was something that we
that's
didn't
cool.
do before, so creating the designs, creating the technology behind how the sound behaves, that's the best thing actually I ever did in my sound career.
If you think about it, chat, they're putting this much detail just into this one little section of the game, just
There
the
has
cars.
been a lot of talk about
What about the
cars
rest
so
of it,
far.
you know?
So let's take a look at another collaboration. This time with Johnny Silverhand. I mean Keanu Reeves.
The smell. The travel.
Yeah.
Journey. Freedom. No, you know, it's not like deeper. Deep.
Keanu's like, let me show you how to ride a motorcycle.
I'm Gard Hollinger.
I'm Keanu Reeves.
And we're here as representatives of Arch Motorcycle, and we're doing some audio recording for Cyberpunk 2077. Arch Motorcycle is a custom production motorcycle company. What's unique about it is that the motorcycles are built on a production platform, but each one is designed to be able to be personalized for each customer.
Huh. Never heard of that company.
When CD Projekt Red approached me about doing Cyberpunk 2077, they also spoke about integrating. They were fans of, or I guess people who worked at the company were fans of Arch Motorcycle, and so they broached the idea of creating kind of specialized Cyberpunk 2077 version of the Arch Motorcycle. And I thought that was a very fine idea.
We have a motorcycle we've designed and we've been developing called the Method 143, and so that I think in particular was a creative inspiration for the designers. So they sort of used that as a basis and then went further. So it has a totally different, crazy looking power plant.
Oh, really? That's Keanu Reeves' company?
It's good. I like it.
Today we're capturing sounds, getting some actual sounds of a power plant, drivetrain, and characteristics of the motorcycle, which I'm sure they will, have play with and stuff, but the source will be pure.
It has a sort of a racing engine in it compared to our production motorcycles. It has a dual exhaust system. And it sounds pretty...
Sounds good.
I could definitely blindfolded tell that that's the Method 143-ish sounding motorcycle, yeah.
Nature of the role-playing aspect of the game, I think it'll be cool, like, to be on a bike and hearing that, going through the city streets and getting into the madness and mayhem.
That's cool.
As with all episodes of Night City Wire, if you're tuning in late or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon. Now it's time to talk about styles in Night City. Are you more kitsch or neo-militarism?
This is Sotor Boy's segment right here. Styles. All right, pay attention.
Welcome to the brief authoritative history of Night City. This chapter is devoted to so-called styles, deeply linked with the history of the world, and a very important aspect of life in the city. You can find them everywhere. In cars, clothes, guns, implants. They are your war paint. As one of our sponsors says,
the customization in this game is going to be insane.
As long as you're doing it in style.
The moves on this girl. Swoosh, swoosh. Slicing them up like sashimi.
4 visual styles are evident in the Night City of 2077, each with its own history, status, and features.
Okay.
Neon hair, illuminated tattoos, and chrome. Function comes second. Looks are what matter.
I don't think I'm going to be going this way.
Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams.
The Fourth Corporate War broke out, and entropism was born. Vast and deep crises forced people to find ways to survive by any means. Getting the job done, no matter how, was the primary goal. The look? Who cares?
I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her.
Fuck them.
So this is kind of like common people clothing.
Deadly elegance without ostentation. Corporate militaristic fashion, mostly seen in the wealthier parts of town. Substance over style, that's the motto.
I'm probably gonna do something like this. Since I'm going corpo hacker.
Celebrities, brain dance stars, business magnates, heirs to corporate fortunes and corporate executives. They abandoned the
Or
cold,
something like
deadly
this,
elegance
maybe.
of neo-militarism and returned to the roots of kitsch, but gave it a fresh, new look.
Oh shit, these hands. Sometimes it seems like I just brushed something and sparks fly.
It kind of reminds
Thank
me
you for
more of
your
like
attention.
Hunger Games.
We wish you a very pleasant stay in our marvelous metropolis.
That last one.
Good luck, and
Like the
goodbye.
city, or the people that were in the city.
NC's Legends. Know where you'll find most of them?
Jackie just got hit there.
Graveyard. Luckily, matters not where you're from, matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk.
Just before this episode started, you might have tuned in early and seen our Cyberpunk cosplay contest finale. But just in case you've missed it, we've prepared a little summary for you featuring our very talented finalists. In the Cyberpunk cosplay contest, we asked our very talented community to cosplay a character from the game based on the art, screenshots, videos, cosplay guides, etc. We thought regular trophies weren't quite cool enough, so we decided that the top 3 will receive detailed props based on weapons from the game. They have been specifically
Here,
made
have this
for
gun from the
occasion,
future. It's
and
real.
the winners can
We
do
got
with
it from
them
the future.
as they please. And now, the 12 best Cyberpunk cosplayers who have competed
Those all
for
look pretty
first
good.
place in the first official Cyberpunk 2077 cosplay contest. Are you ready to meet them?
Has anybody in chat ever done cosplay before? Whoa. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Raji, you have, yeah. I've seen some of your stuff. I always think it's really cool whenever somebody does a cosplay outfit and it actually has some kind of like lighting and stuff like that. It's like, man, it's like you gotta like figure out how that works like electronically and with the batteries and all that. And it's just like, man.
Now, before we wrap up today's episode, there is one more thing to talk about. Previously, we announced that Cyberpunk 2077 was coming to Stadia, and today we can tell you that it is arriving on November 19th.
Central
alongside
Boy,
other
no, I don't think so.
platforms, and pre-orders are starting now. Night City Wire is almost over, but if you do want just a
Motown
little
Rock,
bit
no,
more, then
the date
stay
is
tuned
confirmed.
right here on the Twitch channel and join us for our post-show. As always, don't forget that if you've missed anything or if you just want to watch again, we will be uploading everything to our channels shortly, and we'll be back with Night City Wire episode 5 soon.
Oh, they are doing an
You know
episode
what?
5.
Actually, there is one more thing we're going to show you. Welcome to the diner.
So what do you want? Supercar? Big house? You want to rule this city? Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade. You need a softer touch.
Ow, my hand!
Because taking over Night City ain't gonna be easy.
I'm in.
Cyberpunk 2077. Available November 19th.
Oh, okay. That's it. I think. I'm gonna go ahead and flip screens here real quick. Okay. I'm gonna put this on the background. Let me hold on a second. Let me go back to here. Okay. Just so I can have this on in the background as we're talking here. Let me flip back to here. All right, cool. But yeah, for anybody who hasn't heard, CDPR actually announced that Cyberpunk 2077 has gone gold, which basically means that that release date is confirmed. It is not going to change. Something pretty big would have to happen for them to change it at this point. And they want this to come out basically within the same week that the new consoles are launching, because then everybody will go out and get a new machine and they'll get Cyberpunk. It makes sense, right? So I don't know. Anybody got any questions? Any thoughts? I think the episode that they did, the third one, I think it was probably the best one that they did, just showing off the different weapons and stuff. This one was cool too. Just seeing all the different vehicles and all the work they're putting into the vehicles. You know, some of the stuff they were doing kind of reminds me of like Forza Motorsports or something like that. So it's pretty cool. Is it coming out for the PS5? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the big thing, Kylo, is there is a 10-day span in November. I believe it's November 10th through November 20th, where both new consoles are launching, the new Xbox, the new PlayStation, and you have a ton of games coming out. So it's like this game, Assassin's Creed, Godfall. I'd have to bring up the list again, which I can here in a second, for anybody who hasn't seen the list. But it's just, hey, Riding Gamer. Yeah, it could be a flop. Yeah, you never know. I don't think it's gonna be, but yeah, you never know. Let me flip screens here for just a second, and I'll show you the list if you don't know what I'm talking about. Let me grab the source on that real quick. So I'll actually start with November 29th, and we'll go down through December 3rd. But yeah, for anybody in chat who hasn't seen this, this is the master list right now. So you're looking at the 10-day span, which is right there. So yeah, Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Xbox launch day, Assassin's Creed, Yakuza, DMC5, PlayStation launch day, Spider-Man, Demon's Souls, Godfall, Bugsnax, Call of Duty, Kingdom Hearts, Cyberpunk, then Hyrule Warriors. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to be nuts. That is just crazy. But yeah, you bump up here at the top of the screen, which I captured. Just right up here. So there's Watch Dogs on the 29th. Hopefully that game is good. So you got about a week and a half, 2 weeks before the madness. And then even stuff down here at the bottom, you look at Empire of Sin, which looks really good, and Immortals Phoenix Rising, which also looks really, really good. So, yeah. Crazy times. Hey, Synapse. No, I was actually telling somebody the other day that, you know, I've covered E3 for 11 years. I'm constantly just got my brain in the gaming industry, right? I don't think I've ever seen a game as hyped as Cyberpunk 2077. So no, you're absolutely right. It could be a major flop. I don't think that's going to happen, but anything's possible. But even then, even if it's like a really awesome game, it'll still never meet some people's expectations. So, yeah. But I can tell you guys, I'm actually... I have over 100 hours of vacation. So I'm actually taking... Let's see, I'm taking off the 19th and the 20th. And then that entire next week, I basically have that entire next week off, which that's Thanksgiving week for those here in the U.S. Hype can really kill a game. Look at SOTOR. No. That's not quite right. SOTOR... I mean, do I really have to tell this story again? I feel like I shouldn't have to. Because I've told it a million times. SOTOR didn't die due to overhype. SOTOR died because of lack of content. You got to the end game and there was no end game and the first raid was broken. That's what SOTOR's problem was. Anywho, we're not talking about that game. Yeah, I don't know. I might actually take off some more of this. Because right now, as far as my streaming plan, I think we're going to be streaming Watch Dogs Legion, and then we'll probably go Legion right into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think that's what my plan is. Well, Kylo, I'm not sure without looking it up myself, but I can guarantee you that it's coming out for every system. I mean, this is the reason why Cyberpunk is positioning itself here, is because they want to launch with the new consoles. That's why they're doing it. They're like, go out and get your new consoles, and then get Cyberpunk. I mean, you should be able to pre-order it. If you go onto Amazon, you should be able to. Like, if I go to... let me just take a look here real quick, just for fun. Oh, I mean, even in Canada, I would think. Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, I guess the... Yeah, even the US Amazon doesn't have it listed yet, but I know it's going to be there. Let's see if we go to... how's it going, Jay, by the way? Genobi? Let's go to this. Just to kind of confirm it. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. If I flip screens again here real quick. So here's the Cyberpunk website. And you see under where it says pre-order now, it says plays great also on Xbox Series S, X, and PS5. So, yeah. If I go to pre-order now, yeah, you can. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I wonder why they don't have it up for pre-order. Weird. Weird stuff. Anyway, back to... We'll put this on the background again. Yeah, my PlayStation 5 plans are just to walk into a store and just buy one. That's what I did last time, and it worked just fine. So I might even do a midnight launch for the PS5. The Xbox, I don't care about. There's no reason to buy an Xbox. Because whatever comes out on the Xbox will be on the PC, so. Actually, speaking of that, did you guys hear today's news? This is a little bit off topic, but Phil Spencer did an interview. And in the interview, he basically said that they have no reason to put the Bethesda games on PlayStation. I just thought that was hilarious. Because no, it's funny because as soon as that news was announced that Microsoft bought Bethesda, that's the first thing I said. I'm like, well, Microsoft is now going to deny PlayStation Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and everybody was like, nah, there's no way they would do that. And I'm like, they will. I guarantee you they will. Because that's what Sony has done for years. But people were like, nah, they would never do that. And then now today, I'm like, told you so. Oh, yeah, the collector's edition for this game's got all kinds of stuff. It's got a statue and... Hold on. Do I still have that up on the other screen? Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. That's all the collector's edition stuff. It's got a statue, a bunch of stickers, like books. Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff. Actually, here's the list. It's kind of small. But like over there. Oh, and there's digital goodies. I don't think you'll be able to get a hold of one of those. I think they're all sold out. You want to talk about something hard to get? That collector's edition. Embroidered patches, metal pin set, hardcover art book, map of Night City, sticker bomb set, postcards, statue, collectible steelbook, soundtrack, case with game codes, collector's edition box, original score, digital comic, source book, wallpapers for desktop and phone, plus more. Yeah. Cool stuff. Well, any sort of final thoughts on Cyberpunk? Because we actually have some more stuff that I want to watch. So yeah, like they said, there's going to be another one of these Night City Wires. So I guess we'll check that one when it comes out as well. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say they're big fans of Deus Ex. I've never played any of them. But yeah, I've heard it's a really, really good series. Didn't the last one kind of fall apart a little bit, though? Like, don't most people consider, like, the first one to be the best one? Yeah, maybe it's a series that I should try at some point. Because I'm a big fan of, futuristic games and sci-fi and all that. And I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. Interesting. All right, cool. Well, for those watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.